In this video, I'll be sharing with you my thoughts on WeeBill Lab Gimbal, the latest gimbal from Zhiyun. As you all know, they have released the Crane Plus, Crane 2. So after Crane Plus, I guess they released the WeeBill Lab. So here is the WeeBill Lab in my hand right now. So it's pretty compact device, and it's quite heavy as well. So I'll be talking about my thoughts on how do I find it, how well does it perform using my A6400. I'm sure you've seen my video on the test footage that I uploaded recently. So the video was kind of shaky. Maybe I didn't know how to use the device properly, or I didn't charge the device properly. So that could be the reason for the video being shaky. I'm not a so-called a professional videographer, but I would like to explore videographing and photography and so on. So that's the reason I bought A6400. But I do not have many major complaint about A6400. The video quality is top-notch. We can compare that to A6800 from Sony, the bigger sibling of A6400, the full-frame mirrorless camera. And I think the only disappointment that we find with A6400 is the IBIS. So there were many complaints around the YouTube. Many people are complaining about why doesn't it has the IBIS, the internal stabilization built in. So the A6500 had it, but the so-called total recording time was just 30 minutes. So the cons of A6400, it has a flip up screen, and we have unlimited recording time of video. So these two things are the major plus point of A6400, and I'm sure you can hear me clearly, and the video is quite crispy. I'm using a Sigma lens to record this video, and let's find out what are the items, the accessories that comes along with the WeeBill Lab. So let's jump into it. So now let's see what are the contents in the Zhiyun's WeeBill Lab gimbal. So this is a storage case. So when you open up, we have the battery. I'm sure you can see the battery. This to control the motors of the gimbal itself. On a single charge, it can last for at least 4 hours the maximum. And then we have the camera slider, the mount which you put beneath the camera and mount it on the gimbal itself. The tripod stand, this is what you use to hold the gimbal. We have the cable casing. We have all the type C, type B, the charging cable, and the knobs, camera control cable, and so on. And finally we have the device itself here. You can see how small it is, and to prevent it from rotating, the Zhiyun, the WeeBill Lab comes with a 3 lock mechanism. So there's one near the handle, so I can lock this, and then near the axis, which is here, so I will lock this, prevent it from swinging. And then the last one is on another axis here. So this prevents from swinging. So it's like a remote control if you hold this, right? This is a WeeBill designed and powered by Zhiyun. The logo is here. And we have this tripod stand. You can actually screw it at the bottom of the handle. It will act as a tripod stand. So you can see the stand. How does it? There we go on the tripod stand for this gimbal. And the handle part, we have this mini OLED screen which will show you in what mode are you in. And the joystick is here and the dial button, the POV, pan follow, go, power button. So this is the gimbal. And yeah, you can actually unscrew this tripod and you can convert into sling mode. So another way to screen is through here. So now we have converted the gimbal into a sling mode. You can actually do all the low angle shots by putting in the handle on top. So there you go guys, the gimbal. Okay, let me put in the battery and turn on the device. So the battery compartment is either below. Okay, now let's turn on. See, it's on now. So it's vibrating now because I've locked. There's no camera being mounted. So let me unlock this. Mounting the camera onto the gimbal is quite straightforward. Once you have fully charged the gimbal, make sure you put in the battery at the bottom here, and then ensure you have put in the tripod as a base to hold onto the table, stand on the table, and then put in the shoe cam, the so-called cam mount plate, onto the bottom of the camera, and then you mount on the plate on the gimbal itself. So here you see that I'm mounting it right now with this slotting. Then latch it. So the latching is here. You can see the latching is below here. Here's the plate. Ensure all are fully tight. And the side, the left side, and the bottom. Make sure the camera is fully tight before you use the camera on the gimbal. And ensure this is locked as well, the screw on the front. This screw is actually to lock the plate. There are two plates underneath the camera. So you can see it here. There's one here and another one here. So let's turn on the device and see how does it perform. So the power button is here on the right, left side, I'm sorry. So let's turn on. see, turn on. I'm sure you can see the gimbal moving. Currently I'm setting the mode to POV, so you can see. It's a bit wobbly. I need to lock the axis to prevent the wobbling. So you can see the lock here, and, this lock as well. I've already locked it, so the wobbly is now eliminated. So you can do a lot of nice gimbal shots. So let's do a proper test footage. Let's go outdoors and try live. Charge the battery to over the night, about 8 hours or more, and then I still find the battery of this gimbal to be very bad. It's showing 2 bars right now, yet I fully charged overnight. It's in 2 bar instead of 3 or 4 full bars. I'm not sure why. And then I find it as a mini dumbbell. I can actually practice exercising, building up my muscle. So this camera itself is 400 gram, and another about 400 to 500 gram for the lens, total about 1 kg. So this gimbal cannot carry up to 3 kg of gear setup, but I do find it to be very heavy, too heavy for me. So I hope they have a nicer gimbal, lighter gimbal for their future products. It's too heavy actually for me. I'm not sure whether it's the camera or the battery or the tripod, the whole setup. It's too heavy for me. So there you go. Thoughts on this WeeBill gimbal. So this might be